You want to file, you want to petition the court for a decision of divorce. Normally, people do that. You can do that online, you can do that through an attorney, through the mediator, etc. But you do want to petition for the divorce proceedings to take place. Divorce isn't just one big event. It's actually the start of many events, many new circumstances to the newest chapter of your life. Today, we're going to go through the 7 steps of the divorce process. I get this question often during my coaching sessions, so I decided to share with you today. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kat. I am the safe space coach of Thrive with Grace, where we help you navigate your relationships with grace and grit, and we listen and we do not judge. Now listen to me, divorce should not be taken lightly. A lot of people resort to divorce before they've even decided to go through some kind of counseling, mediation, coaching, therapy. There are so many classes that you can take, all kind of courses. And I recommend that you try everything before you go ahead and decide to get a divorce, because it is a journey ahead of you. And I want to go through these stages so that you're not overwhelmed with this entire process. But I did want to put that disclaimer out there. If you can save your marriage, I want you to do that. Some things cannot be resolved, and I understand that. I'm a divorcee myself, so I'm not here to judge you at all. But I will say, if we can piece this love back together, I recommend that we do that. If you're new here, please make sure to like and subscribe for more episodes like this one, because we always deal with the real, and I'm always here for new wonderful visitors such as yourself. The first stage is decision and acceptance. You have to decide and accept that this is in fact what you want to do. That's why I said earlier, if you've exhausted all options and you're just over it and it's done, and you know for a fact that you are ready to move on, then it's time for you to make that decision. Don't be that person that uses divorce as a threat or a way to get someone in line, because they may just call your threat. They may, call your bluff. Do not bluff. If you are serious about getting a divorce, then make sure that it's clear in your mind and you have accepted it. It's not anything to play around with, because these are people's lives, not only affecting you and your ex, but the family and your friends, the community that surrounds you. So we want to be clear on our decision, and we want to accept that we are prepared for the journey ahead of us. The next stage is preparation. We want to be prepared when we decide to go through with getting a divorce. That is getting all your paperwork, account information, your assets, liabilities. I did also prepare a worksheet for you, and that is free for you. I will put that in the link so that you can get it off of the website. If you're new to my channel, be sure to visit our website at twgspace.com. You're going to be able to find this ebook. It's available for you to let you kind of walk through the steps of what paperwork you are going to need if you decide to go through with the divorce. Preparation is key. If you want to try to work things out and come to agreements and avoid being in the courthouse, then I recommend that you try to do an uncontested divorce. That way you can avoid the extra fees to have an attorney, all of those things, and avoid the time that it takes as well. So we want to be prepared. Preparation is key. Stage number 3, you want to file. You want to petition the court for a decision of divorce. Normally, people do that. You can do that online. You can do that through an attorney, through the mediator, etc. But you do want to petition for the divorce proceedings to take place. If you never file the legal documentation that takes place, then the divorce is not going to happen, because the divorce does not become legal until the judge signs off on it. Stage number 4, you want to come to an understanding of arrangements. This comes into play if you have mutual animals, pets, children. Visitation rights need to be discussed. Arrangements of who's keeping the house, who's doing this, who's doing that. Just organizing you and your ex's lives will be so much better for you. A lot of times, this is when people have the most difficult conversations, because you do have to talk about custody, visitation. If you share pets or animals together, you have to discuss that as well. So if you can, please do that through mediation with a third-party person. Try your best not to have so many disagreements and arguments during this phase. I understand it may be unavoidable, but if you can, please do. That goes into stage 5. Stage 5 is the negotiation and the mediation. This is what I'm talking about, getting a third party involved. You can also have an unparalleled conversation where you and your spouse each have their own attorney. You're sitting across from one another and deciding who gets what. But the point is, during this stage, you're going to do your negotiating and your mediating. Stage 6, I hope it doesn't come to this, but this is where you would go to trial. If you cannot come to an agreement, and I pray that you do, but if you cannot come to an agreement, then a trial does have to take place. I recommend at all costs that you try to avoid having to go to trial, mainly because I'm a mother of 2 children and I did not have to go to court. It was very emotional for my children already, the fact that me and their father did not work out. So if you want to avoid that and the emotional toll that it will take on your children, please go through mediation and try to work things out outside of the courthouse. But if you need to, then a trial will take place and the judge will decide who gets what. And that is a complete stranger. So that's another reason why I say, listen, try to work it out amongst yourselves, because a judge who is a stranger is going to decide who gets what in that relationship. And the last stage, stage 7, is where the divorce is official. It is filed. The judge agrees to allow that divorce and it is accepted. Now, I know this was a lot. We went through this very quickly. So if you have some personal one-on-one questions, please feel free, to reach out to me. You can send me a personal message. You can set up a coaching call. I do offer those on my website. You can schedule it. Again, you can reach out to me directly on my website, twgspace.com, where I will help you navigate through your relationships and through your divorce if you so need it. So this is a process. Do not rush this process. I know you want to get it over and done with, but listen to me. Even after the paperwork is signed, there is a healing and a grieving process that does need to take place, and it should not be taken lightly. Again, I want to reiterate that this is a very serious decision. Do not make it hasty and do not try to use it as a defensive mechanism or a way to discipline someone. Divorce is serious. If you have any personal questions or personal comments, please be sure to drop them down below. I love to hear from my viewers and my listeners. Your opinion is very valuable to me. And please make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. I'll see you next time. God bless.